The news must have been in my shower, cause I watched the news. I think yesterday. Well, yeah, they one of these days. It was earlier this week, and they had a study on how there are more people taking while they're taking a shower, brushing their teeth. I'm like, huh? What did you look at that? They must have been in my shower, cause I've been doing this since high school. I had to do it cause I had to go all across town, and it used to take 30 minutes to do everything at once, and I couldn't really, you know, had to do a lot. But when I started doing it my sophomore junior year, it changed everything for me. It cut my time by 8 minutes, 8 whole minutes. It cut time, so I not being 30 minutes, being 22. So I encourage more of that. And let people's like, oh my God, I do every morning because it saves time. I'm like, good girl. I was like, good job, good full fam, good shit. We're spreading toward the news stations too. It doesn't matter. We spread to the sports, to the wrestling. Now we're making it to the news. We're doing everything, fam. Welcome to this Fallout Friday, April 11th. 2025, episode 273 of the D-Lo Show. Oh boy, let's get into this one real quick. Dynamite was in my city, and UMBC. Shout out to college. Just a lot. It got a lot. Shout out to UMBC. The house was packed. We lit. You know how we get down. This is how you know we get down. They was like, hey, you wanna start the show with you guys? Like, hell yeah. We lit. We always get the love. We get the love. We are underrated. I'm glad AW's recognizing our underratedness. I got there early. I got there at 7:30. 7:30. And when I got there a little 7:30, it was already match started going. It was Lance Archer. It took me a minute to picture this, but I was like, that Crowbar? And it was Crowbar. I was like, hey, okay, Crowbar. I ain't seen him in a long time. But Archer won, of course. But the one thing I found about ROH that was interesting, there's no commentary table. They just had the banners for ROH. And I was like, and the race skirts and the little back stuff, they had all that. But they had no commentary for them. No, I was like, wow, like really? They don't have no commentary for these folks? I thought it must be done over in the editing or whatever. So I was like, not my problem. I can't watch ROH. But the match Archer Crowbar was solid. He got a good pop. You feel me? We was like, hey, they see him, man. He's from this area. And then the second match was Bandito and what's it called? A proving ground match against Jay Lethal. And you know Jay Lethal is known around these parts. We love Jay Lethal. He was the ROH when it was at one of his peaks, one of his good times. Shout out to Jay Lethal. And they had a cool little match, went back and forth. They'll probably see on ROH Honor Club because I know they got that channel. But that was it. That was all that we got for ROH. So we got started with Mox and Shibata. Leah the White Tees against one of the Ops to see what goes down. This didn't go too long. I thought it was going to be a little longer. I thought it was going to be a sit-down, drag, slap-a-thon. They slapped the chest a little bit a few times, but then sitting crisscross applesauce and slap each other like some people thought it was going to be, like, thank goodness. But it was really a little quick because Mox chokes out Shibata. I was like, well, damn, that was quick. And I was like, all right, well, at least mine started with positive. You got to start with a W. All right, at least mine's won. And then, I needed an answer. The Bucks come out. I'm like, oh, fuck, yo. Ugh. And what is up with Matt and that tan, brother? That tan, my G. Oh, my God. That nigga was glistening. I was like, bro, what the hell is... This man been gone 6 months and got old tan. Like, yo, what is happening? He look like my cologne colors. Like, what the heck? So I guess they took their break from the wrestling in Japan and stuff to get the tan. I was like, all right, cool. Shout out to them. And they was like, they congrats the white tees. It's like, give it up for Moxley, world champion. And they want to make a pitch to be business partners of the white tee combat couple. Be part of this crew. I'm like, first of all, this is too fast. Just because the white tees came over and done their takeover way better than y'all asses good. Don't hop on the bandwagon now when they hot. Come on. I mean, come on. How you gonna take over first and then want to follow the guy that did take over after you? What kind of shit is that? And finally, I was like, okay, all right, fine. And they said they did what they did on Sunday for their good man, their man's Hangman. I'm like, of course. I'm glad y'all still cool with him, sorta, because y'all ain't been calling him in a minute. I don't think y'all have interacted in a long time. Since y'all did, y'all interact. So cool. So they kept learning about their time off and how we should be thankful or thanked for bringing this to here. I'm like, okay, please someone come out here soon. I'm like in my head, and then Kenny comes out. I'm like, thank you. Hey, Kenny, let's go. And Kenny brought some revelations about a friend. He had a dog who had a Shih Tzu. And that dog shit all over that man's, his homeboy's place, everywhere. He's to the point where it's like, hey, let's play games in my place, fam. Cause this shit is getting out of hand. I was like, and that led to Dookie chat, which I didn't think would be possible. And then he admitted that second secret. He admitted that in the bedroom, I think one of their rooms, they have a chair in the room. And I was like, oh. I even got the cuck chair. I was like, damn, y'all got the cuck chair in the room, dummy. Oh man, I was like, damn, Kenny, thank you for confirming my beliefs. Thank you. But then when he paused a couple times in that promo during those times, and I wondered what the heck was going on. And live, like, he paused. It took actually 5 seconds, 5 to 10 seconds before he said something else. So I went back and watched it, and I'm like, damn, he froze for a second. I was like, damn, he did froze twice. Damn. Trying to remember what he was trying to say to them, trying to roast him. Remember the roast he had for him. But he's like, you know what? And the third time, I think it's like, you know what? Forget trying to talk and think I'm gonna move on and stuff. I would have kicked your ass because you attacked me at my peak of my diverticulitis. I'm like, yeah, can he get his ass? He's getting arranged by to kick the tail feathers, and then Okada comes out. I'm like, uh-oh. It's a bank session. Watch out for your toes, Kenneth. And then whose house? Swerve house. Swerve spawns out of nowhere through the back, trying to attack, but the Bucks and them kind of scurry away while Nana's trying to answer do this thing. I was getting the vibe with this. I was like, yeah, I was gang when Nana was talking. I was like, hey, I swerve when I drive. Yeah, I swerve when I drive. Yeah, I swerve when I drive. And the ring will survive. All right. Oh, okay. And Kenny and Swerve that there's like, you on the same side, my G. You know what I'm saying? We got beef with the Bucks. And he was cutting a promo on them and saying, I'm going to beat their asses and all that stuff. While he was talking, bam! Pat came out and started to beat the piss out of him. He beat the piss out of him through the whole commercial break. I'm like, damn, you beating the piss out of him. And once the camera's been going, ring the bell, ding, 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 boom! Swerve back on the attack. And everything was going smoothly until Pat was trying to go for Hurricane Runner. Swerve countered that and threw a buckle bomb in him. But Pat did not land. He didn't find his footing and landed very awkwardly. I was like, ooh. I didn't see it in person. I saw when he landed. I was like, ooh, ouch. That hurt. But I saw it on the replay when I went home. I was like, ooh, that's bad. He could not move. He could not get up. And he was limping. I was like, oh, damn. So I hope he just tweaked it and just like spraying, rice that thing, right? Ice, elevate, compress, and then relax. I couldn't think the R word for rice. Rice, I hope he's alright. Hope he ain't terrible because he had the anklage before when I think it was Jericho. I think 2016 when him and Jericho were in WWE, and it was a match. Pat got hurt and he hurt his ankle, and he had to finish the match early. In a similar fashion, minus he didn't hit his finish. I don't think Chris hit his finish. I don't know, something like Chris had to like tell the ref cover him, damn it. But they had to call Arbor on the max. So hope he's alright though. Real shit. I like Pat. So I hope he's alright, but ain't nothing too egregious. So pull. Heyman looking for Swerve. He finds Nana and he's like, you didn't. And Nana's trying to tell him something about I can't touch Swerve. I got to tell him something, but I need to run it by you first. Or something. And he's like, hey, you did not get that. After what you and Heyman, you and Swerve did. You did not get that. And I was like, well, damn, I guess we'll find out later down the line. Wow. Don't break it up in Baltimore. Team Ricochet, freshly married with some Sam, lucky bastard. He said, I'm gonna lead the Beast Mortis, Leo, Ashton, Andre, and myself to the victory because I'm the captain now. I was like, and I was in my head when I listened to Jay because he did that at the same time. And I was like, bro, it's a really did get from Jada. That's just funny. Wow, Will, Mark Briscoe, Speedball, and Kevin Knight, they all in the Babyface team. Will say he going to Disney World. I'm okay. He say he's going to go somewhere else, but he won't go down Baltimore Street. He won't go out of Baltimore Street. Same with Kevin Knight. He won't go down Baltimore Street. That's what he won't. He won't go to Magic City. Okay. You go down Baltimore Street though, but that's our Magic City right now. Don't just go down Baltimore Street. We're gonna take care of you, brother. While Speedball was the agreed nasty work. Nasty's the work. This man had no shoes in Baltimore City. Insane. On the floor. Insane he worked. Insane. This man really had no shoes on outside on the pavement. I was like, Nasty's the worst. Crazy work. And he says he'll get some new shoes. I'm like, there you go. You need to get some new shoes. And a tetanus shot. Because my guy, I would not want to be shoeless in Baltimore. Would not. Me personally. And then Mark Briscoe, he said, what you going to do with your $100,000 bucks? I was like, well, I'm going to divest in my portfolio. I'm like, I need to be in those classes that Mark be in because I need my portfolio diversified too. But the 8-man tag was lit. This is the second time they came to Baltimore and they put money on the line. And I say for shits and giggles. I forget the last, I think it was Bandito. I think it's the same thing as Cole, Bandito, and then Roddy, Undisputed Kingdom, and then like a mix of Bandito and some baby faces. Haas and some shit. I forget. But I remember that time. They was downtown for that one. But they out of UFC with the shit. But this one was funny and cool. Main was Ricochet. Ricochet was in his feelings, and when they was in commercial, he was in his feelings like, y'all call me Baldwin, I'm bigger than this dude's bicep. I'm like, I'm bigger than that dude's bicep. Like, oh shit, like, okay, Ricochet, talk your shit. He got called him bald. It's like, my eyes! Yo, he was doing that. Yo, this shit was funny. Oh my god, I was crying. But then, and the Ricochet, they made it know. This bald headed ass. So all the baby faces flip out. This was before they flip out all over the place. But Ricochet, and they all do the yay, come. And Ricochet does a flip. He's about to like land all of them, but more to move out the way. And he's like, oh, he lands on his feet. I was like, oh, good footwork. But they all lick their hand and smack it. Smack it that shit on the side of your cranium. I was like, damn. But the finish was fun. they banked more this the last couple moments, and then Ospreay hit the blade on him, bruv, and got the win for the money. Well, good job, Will. You got the win for the team. I like how you did it, bruv. And you hit him with that main elbow for your best efforts, of course. So that was a fun 8-man tag. I actually liked it. It was actually fun, exciting, exhilarating, all that stuff. Next, we had the Hurt Syndicate celebration. We heard people. We heard people. We said that, them boys. We heard people. My brothers. We heard people. Yeah. I was like, there you go. They about to pop champagne. Toast up to the crew. I was about to toast up to. I had my drink. I was like, let's toast up, brothers. And just as I do it, MJF ruins the brother toast. I was like, wow. And Bobby had to look like, this motherfucker. No, he did not. I was like, oh my goodness, the boys. No, he did not. Well, and he's still trying to get himself in the crew. He's still trying to. He's like, hey, you see me? How about y'all? Help y'all out? Good looks, right? You're welcome, right? I got y'all. And MVP's like trying to diffuse the situation because Lashley getting pissed. Like, I'm sick of this motherfucker. I'm tired of him. I want to beat his ass. I want to beat an inch in his life. And Jeff's like, all right, let me quarterback this thing. Let me money that quarterback this thing. All right, let me. Like, Max, in order for us to accept you into the Hurt Syndicate, you gonna need 3 thumbs up. MVP got his thumbs up. You know, Lashley's like, hell no, get this nigga out of my face. And then Shelton was the decider sorta. He was in the middle. He was kind of teetering to the up, and he said, nah. And Lashley was proud. I was like, that's my boy. Yeah. I'm like, sorry, Max, you can't join. Sorry. Whoopsie daisies. It is. I was like, well, Lashley, and he's like, well, sorry, kid. See you later. And they walked off. And I just like, cut this shit. He was so pissed. He's like, this is the first time Max did not insult Baltimore. This is character development. This is character development. He didn't insult Baltimore. He just said Maryland, which a little bit surprised me. I was like, why didn't you say Baltimore? But we'll let it slide. We'll let it slide. But regardless, still no hurt business. And you know what happens when you come to Baltimore, bro? We change people's lives. Becky Lynch, before she became the man, she took a last L in Baltimore when she was the last kisser, the former version of Becky Lynch. After that loss in Baltimore, she got some crabs and got some good in her, and she became the man. You know what I'm saying? We took her to Crab Cake City and she ate some seafood and she's like, I feel invigorated, man. So I gotta beat them on. Man. So good. And tonight we have ushered in a new for the ladies. Megan Bain. Penelope Ford's cut a promo saying she'll be here on Collision on Saturday to kick anybody's ass. But she cussed Penelope and said, I'm not finished with you, Tony, and spoke her first words. I was like, Well, why would you look at that, Miss Bain? You came to Baltimore to talk. That's how I see it does. We get you out your zone. We get out your comfort zone. We do all the time. We get you there. Because you be like, hey, just be like, show you more black. Nah. We all gonna be in there. And Megan, we'll see you on Saturday or tomorrow, whatever. For first line, I thought it would be a lot deeper. She's a little killer. It's a little girlish, but at least I woman. And we can put her on the top 10 list. Definitely can. For the women's side of AEW. Make some adjustments. Semi-main event time, ladies. And it came out of nowhere. I was like, damn, this show fly by. I ain't gonna lie. It was a good show. It fly by. Like, it was good. We have Chris Statlander and Thunder Rosa. Ooh, some thick action tonight for the Owen Hart Cup qualifying quarterfinals. Well, quarterfinals. I said qualifier. It was really good. It was good back and forth. Thunder, she had the women's wrestlers alive like, yes it is, sweetheart, because y'all been main event in the last 3 weeks, but hey, you had to come Baltimore, you know. Let's get back into the old swing of things. But it was still lit. Tony was on commentary. She climbed over the table with some reason. I was like, what the heck? In person, I was like, what the heck? I was like, damn, all that, no. I was like, ooh, stick over here, stick match. I liked their back and forth, and Rosa I thought it was gonna be close to Rosa, but Statler hit that Saturday Night Fever or Wednesday Night Fever and gets her 100th win in AEW. I think she's the second woman besides Nyla Rose, behind Nyla or Sheeta. I think Nyla more, because I ain't see Sheeta in months. It's been a minute since we seen Sheeta. I don't know where she at, but we ain't seen her in a minute. I think last time we saw her was with Monet or something. I think that was the last time I remember seeing her. Either way, she gets 100 wins for her AEW career. Congratulations, Miss Statler. And you had to come to Baltimore and do it, so. And advance to the next round, to the semis. I don't know who she's going to face. It's between Hayter and Billy Starks. That's how I think about it. And they're going to go at it on Saturday. Now, I'm looking forward to Hayter and Stack, because they haven't gone at each other in like years. If that. It's been a minute since they've gone at each other. And I would very much like to see that. It sounds like a hard-hitting, muscle mommy strong match. And I am with it. Just like I am for Mercedes and Athena. Who Athena will face Harley Cameron on Collision 2. I'm so looking forward to say this thing. I've been wanting that for years. They ain't really crossed paths much in the WWE, except they was on teams a couple times. But outside that, against each other, not really. So, thank you, Con, for putting this on free television and in Bostonia. Appreciate you. Don Cal's family had some injuries, but he was talking up his guys. Pause. He was saying some crazy stuff. Don was talking crazy. He was like, hey, I ain't want to repeat, because I was like, yo, pause, my guy. He was talking freaking crazy. I was like, whoa. But he's accepting new clients. He wants your business details, your email, your contact information, and your bank account information. I'm like, well, of course now. You want my bank account information because you want my money. Of course. Sound like every scammer on the internet. Thank you, Don, for being at least honest and saying with your words and not with behind the keyboard. So I'll give Don a cat of that. Adam Cole, Roddy, and Kyle are now called the Paragon. Wait. What happened to Bennett and Taven and Bennett? What happened to them guys? What happened to them? I thought he was the undisputed king. Where'd Taven and Bennett go? I thought they was on that Northeast Canadian contingent. I know they're Kyle's from Canada. I think Roddy's from the East Coast. He from Florida. He from the East Coast, I think. I could be wrong. I don't know. And Cole from he from Philly or Pittsburgh, one of them places. He from Pennsylvania, that area. I don't know. I thought it was all family. I thought it was family. Where's the other guys? Where's Wardlow? Where the fuck is Wardlow? Where did he go? He disappeared again. Where is he at? But hey, back to the undisputed days. But where's Bobby Fish? Where's Bobby? Where's Bobby and Nita? Real shit. Where is he? He disappeared too. Oh shit. That's funny, but hey. And that's cool. We had the learning tree here with the television. They needed a little assistant to get the TV on because it was hella dark. I'm like, hey, plug it in. Not the other way. And I was like, "Yay, good job!" I was like, we celebrated when the TV came on. I was like, "Hey, good job!" And then I in the waiting tree. Chris comes out solo, dejected about losing his title on Sunday, but he came out solo. But his boys came out after a few minutes of words. He said, I wish all three of us won the titles, but obviously it didn't happen for all three of us, but it's okay. We're still part of the Lane Tree, still a family and all that stuff. Now, Big Bill, he cut him off a little bit. I was like, whoa, Chris, if this is going to be just an insulting match, that you just want to insult me and Brian Keith, and just going to be like this, just let me know now so I can leave early. I'm like, damn. I know Brian Keith feels the same way. I was like, well, I was like, damn, brother, the brother can't even speak for himself. He didn't even give him the mic. I'm like, what the? I'm like, bro, they ain't let the brother speak. Come on, we in Baltimore. You gotta let the brother speak. Come on, we ain't care about no fuck. No, come on, Dominic. We know Big Bill. We want to see Keith speak. But in being, respect the learning trio. Respect Jericho. I was like, bro. Is he serious? Oh, man. But Chris, he flipped the script and said, you really thought I was going here to insult you guys? You really thought I was going here to degrade you guys and bombard you with this? I really wanted you to win the tag title so we can be all family with championships. And then he just started going crazy. He said, I'm not even angry. I'm disappointed. I'm just disappointed. I'm disappointed. He kept smacking the bat with the TV. He knocked down the podium and he said, I'm fucking disappointed. I was like, oh shit. Language. Christopher. Oh, my word. This is a kids programming show that encourages violence. But this is a kids program. Chris, this is not going to be good on the FCC reports. So not. And then he just said, I'm just very disappointed. And he just stormed. He's like, you know what? I'm going to leave. And storms out the ring emphatically. I was like, well, dang. That's sad. Like, well. And then he came outside and he knocked down the freaking, whatever was on the bread trays. What was on that thing? And knocked them joints down. He cracked it with a bat. He got in the car and dipped. I was like, wow. Well, Chris, you was really angry, man, aren't you? But hey, gotta stay angry, my G. And then the main event, 2/3 the White Tees, Claudio and Yuta, 2/3 Trios champs, taking on Joe and Hook of the Z Ups. And of course, we know Joe was known around these streets. We love Joe. Know Joe around these streets. Now, some people down in Tennessee and further might not like him because he's fat. Well, that's Michigan, Nick. That's a Michigan folk. I just thought about that. He's from Michigan. But we love Joe. And Joe is going to kill you. And it was weird how this match came about because there was no hot tag. But Moss come out to try to cause a distraction to help Yuta out, but it didn't work. And Shibata came from behind and choked him out. And then I think Clark was trying to get back in the ring, but Joe grabbed him back and choked him out. And then Hook finally got his hands on Yuta and choked him out. I was like, well, damn, there you go. I was like, well, and they won. I was like, well, good. Glad the Lops won. But Hook, I didn't know what this. I didn't even look at the time, but he threw up in the ring a little after the match is over because they started banging him. I was like, all right, we're banging these folks. And he threw up, which I didn't even know he did. Ew. Nasty. I couldn't even smell it or I couldn't even tell. I didn't even know. I was there. I was like, ew. I had to find out afterwards. Like, ew, he threw up? Ew, I didn't even know that. But before that, well, after that moment, he Cesaro did the neutralizer to him on the chair with the legs pointed up. Ooh, that was a gut buster. For real. And he had Hook there. I think he ruined his vomit. So I was like, that's nasty. Joe called out the white tees to say, y'all not a bunch of death riders, y'all a bunch of dick riders. I was like, hey. I was like, hey, yo, Joe, chill, dummy. And they challenged for trios titles next week in Boston. So, ooh, okay. Got 2 matches to look forward to. This whole pack and his ankle taped up good enough. And I have a feeling it's going to be Joe and Mox at Double or Nothing. I can see that. It felt like it. And I'm with it. Because Joe never got his rematch, technically. Because he had to go film Twisted Metal. He never got his rematch. You know, so hell. let the man get his rematch back at Double or Nothing. And how? This is a new match. Because I think they probably crossed paths a little bit in WWE. Might have had a match or 2, but they ain't really get into a deep program like I would have loved to see. So now we can do it here. Do it. You know what I'm saying? And they said he gonna have him. I've been hearing I've been dirty, fam. My rounds here, WrestleMates give me dirty. They're getting me dirty by going to the dirt sheets by sending me shit. And I'm like, fam, let them go at it. I'm with it. If the rumors are saying Moscow have a long reign, which I been knew was going to happen, I don't need the dirt sheets for that, then let Joe get a crack at it. Let him get his lick back. So, yeah, we with that. With that, let's go. But Dynamite was fun. This is probably, I don't know which one I would rank. I probably think this one was best. The one where I think it was Jeremy's debut. I would still remember that movie because we was part of those insane moments in wrestling TV where the niggas just went whole silent. We was like, who the is this man? We all just looked around each other like, who the f is that guy? I was like, what the f? We niggas sitting next to each other. Oh shit, yo, shit, I will never forget that. That was the funniest moment I've ever been at this shit. Oh, that was funny. That one, and then the one we was downtown. With Praise and Saran went at it. That was probably the worst one I've been to. But all of them Dynamites have been good. But all of them were good, just in their own way. All been good. I ain't been to a bad Dynamite. So every time they come to Baltimore, they put on a show for us. So I appreciate that every time they come here. I still need to go to their pay-per-view if they ever come here. They only been to one pay-per-view, and that was the first one where they finally was going to roll all the time. I couldn't go at the time because I didn't know they was down there, 1. And 2, I had to work. And the guy I was working with there, I was not going with him to AEW show. Please. It was not even that. It was like, I didn't even know. Time it, and I was like, man, I'm working. I need the money. So, I need the money. Real shit. So, I didn't go. Either way, if they come back around for the pay-per-view, I will be there front and center, available and here. That's cool. You know what tripped me out after this? I went on Twitter. I seen it this morning. This shit it tripped me out. Somebody was saying how the next time they get on the road, wherever city it is, I don't even know who the city was. I didn't even look at the city. But the tickets for Diamond was like $25. I'm like, damn, that's some good ass tickets. Those are good tickets. And they're like pretty decent tickets. Like you're not high up. You're like in the mix. You're like now on this. You're like on the semi-second level, or you're on the floor sorta. Like there's like some steps you gotta go down to get to the floor. Not that bad. I'm thinking that's not bad. I seen a Twitter you said that why Dynamite tickets so cheap? Ain't they worrying about making money and shit? I'm like, what? Are you complaining about having cheaper ticket seats? What? You kidding me, right? Nah, you bullshit me, right? You bullshit me, right? You're sitting here mad that their chicken prices are cheaper. What did you expect? They want people to come. What's wrong with that? It just boggled my mind, and I was like, are you in the back? Are you making money off of this? Are they getting you? Are you getting the what? Like, what is going on? What is going on? But I was like, why are you bitching about a place cheaper the tickets when everything is expensive right now at this current moment? Down here, look at their prices. This shit's crazy. $4,000 for WrestleMania. Please, Ninja, please. I will stay home. And they wasn't Baltimore. Baltimore got host of WrestleMania. I'm probably paying. We will accommodate the wrestling fans in the fucking city. We got the convention center down the street. Dummy, we can host the M&T Bank. But dummy, we can host this shit. Dummy, convention center. They're gonna host the wrestle thing, the whole wrestle experience. What the fuck they want to do? Dummy, takeover can be at the CFG Bank downtown. You can get 10,000 heads in that city. You can get 10, 12,000 in that building. We can get you right down there, man. We can get you right. Forget it. Like, oh shit. I saw it too. I was like, man. But that really just was like, I see why some AEW fans be in their feelings about the IWC. It's really weird because I'm like, why do you want to spend more money if the promoter is trying to give you a cheaper spot or get cheaper tickets for you so they can come? Take them doings. Get two of them. Don't be all don't be insulting. Go be like, I bet I might want to see whoever you like. I can get to see them at a cheaper price. Think about that. You ain't think about that point. You thought about, you ain't making money. You ain't making money with cheap ass tickets. Trying to insult and not thinking as a fan, thinking, oh my God, I can get to see my favorites at a cheaper price, probably at a better spot. But they don't think that. And it's weird. It's so weird. Think like a fan. Think, I want to see this guy. I want to see this girl. I want to see this team. I want to see this faction. Don't think like a fan in that sense. Well, shit. It just, sometimes you just want to be smart, trying to stand out. And I'm like, stand out by being a fucking fan. Because a lot of these motherfuckers want to be objective and be critiques and shit. I'm like, bro, I just want to watch the freaking wrestling. I just want to join my favorite characters. I just want to watch. I don't care. I don't care about ticket sales. Who gives a fuck about ratings? I don't have a stake in that. I don't. Who cares? As the only thing I should worry about is if they're gonna be threatened to get taken off the air because either the ratings of either the TV's saying the TV's like, all right, we're done with this wrestling shit. It's stupid. F off. That's be the way that'll get off. That's similar how WCW went away. They said, all right, we're not doing this stuff no more. Get off my television screens. Go somewhere else. And that's how it ended. They couldn't find another TV contract. You know, it's like, come on. Like, that's the thing. Like, they have contracts. Like, for real. Now, unless WB or TBS, whoever is saying, all right, we're not with this shit no more, go away, that's when there'll be a problem. But until then, fuck. If you care about ratings, you're a fucking dweeb to me. I'm serious. I be seeing a lot of AEW, a lot of niggas shit about AEW. I'm like, bro, why do you want this company to be dead? Shouldn't you be excited for wrestling? There's more wrestling that you can watch. You know what I'm saying? More guys where if they weren't treated well in the Fed, the WWE, where they like to call it, and they go to AEW, you can see them more. Like Mercedes. I don't know why people was mad about her going to the AEW because I'm like, at least we don't gotta see her in Japan every 3 months. Like what the fuck? I'm glad she's in AEW because you can see her damn near weekly at best. Every other week at best. What? Open the Common. Real shit. Like, come on. Same with Mox. Well, a lot of people was with Mox going. Or last year, whoever, anybody who you was like, oh, they weren't getting a shred shot. You could see them in the next company. You ain't got a scoundrel throughout types of media to find your favorites. Can wrestling fans be normal, please? Actually, I don't even think that could be. I don't think that could. That's an oxymoron right there. I don't think they can be normal. Let's go back to normal with our television talks. NXT is making probably the most sense out of WrestleMania weekend. And that says a lot. I'm more excited for Stand to Live than I am for WrestleMania. And I'm excited for this juicy little details right here. I'll get to all these in a second. But we get the night started with Jada and Jordan Grace battle the Jays. Sparking for Mahomes. Everything was a little smooth. Stephanie Vacker was on commentary, so it was actually delicious. Jada's in the ring. Then we got Stephanie on the commentary. But Jada slashed the taste out of Stephanie, but she geets and bow slashed the taste out of Jordan Grace. So Jordan clap. Well, that causes DQ, and that's how everything gets everybody gets scrapping. But Julia comes back. She helps out Stephanie clear out. But then she attacks her. I was like, oh. Attacked her, boom. I was like, wow. Well, friendship be damned. Friendship be damned. Well, that was awkward. Interesting. But we'll see what happens later. We get a new team on the rise. Axe Frazier, or Fraxion, as the peoples call them, taking on Swipe Right. They're a team that's going to evolve, and they seem like a cohesive unit. I can get with them. They work well together. I'm not gonna lie, they work well together. I like their tag team offense. They have some good chemistry. They got some potential. I can see them being a good team to build around. I can see that. They got potential. They just need one season, of course, but they got potential. I can see something in them. And of course, low key, reality of wrestling. Of course, Booker put him over because, of course. But Axe Frazier gets the win, of course. But they put a good show on me. I'm impressed with them. I was impressed. I was like, okay. Got a new tag team on the rise I can look out for. And we'll see how that goes. Jasmine Nix. She finally stepped up to the mix because Fallon won her title again. JC wanted it, but Jasmine said, I'm stepping up now and bringing some gold to NXT, to the Fatal Influence. I'm like, okay. Okay, Jasmine. You got a nice PK though. Oh shit, you got a nice PK though. So, and you're a soccer girl. And we got Sol Ruka and Zarya. Not bad. Got the flare pants on too, Nami? Okay. Not bad. It was a cool little match. Soul snatched Jasmine's soul, and that's how she gets to Vegas. That's nice. Hank and Tank. Taking on the Cullings. No spears, though. Brooks and Nico. And they look good together, too. I can see them being, not built around, but I can see them being an aggressive team for you to take your anger out on. And the Cullen got the win. Hank and Tate tried to swanton that thing, but it was no avail. I was like, all right, cool. So, cool. Ricky Saints. Or Ricky Starks gets his celebration. He wants Eagle for what he did to him at the end of his championship match. But gets Lexus King. I'm like, oh. Wow, this is so AEW. So Eddie Thought comes out and wants his opportunity. But Wesley's like, I want my opportunity too. I'm like, uh-oh. I'm like, oh. Uh-oh. So, but as Lexus is making this key point about wanting to add more gold to his resume, yo, this had me dying. I was crying, bro. Eddie Thought was like, oh my God, another greedy white man trying to get more than he's already given to. And Wes had Ricky had the same look as I, like, ooh, no, he did not. I was like, ooh. Yo, I did not expect that. Nobody expected that. And it was a good thing it was a Native American that said that, not a black man, because you know that would have been like, oh, look at here, these niggas complain again. I'm on. Like, boy, child, please. That was funny as hell. I was crying. I did not expect that. Oh, shit, bro. That shit had me dying, bro. But they all get to fight, and Ego twists Ricky's fate again. Oh. Speaking of fate, well, we have a fair four-way number contendership between Lexus, Eddie, Wes, and Ego. So whoever wins that one is the number one contender. While my sexy Stephanie, she said, I want all four of these hoes. I want Julia, I want Jordan, and I want Miss Parker. Miss Parker, I just want Miss Parker. She want them all in a fail four. I'm like, I'm there, baby, all the way. I'm with it, yes. I'm with it, yes. Tasty. Shout out to Miss Parker getting involved in that mess, because you already know. I said it was going to be a three-way, but Jay said, it's going to be a four-way, baby. Like, I love it, baby. Yes, yes. I loves it. Good job, Miss Parker. I love it. Well, Wes had the match against Yoshiki Inamura. I didn't know it was. I almost said something else, but it would have been a little crazy. Cool little match, but Briggs, Tyson, Tyreek get themselves on top of the apron while Yoshi is about to do his I'm prepping for the frog splash. And he actually makes it look cool with that little jump before that. Like, he's really like prepping like a frog, like he's ready to leap. But the tree, all three of them got over there, and I think Briggs accidentally knocked the rope down to make Inamura fall. He falls in the ring. West does his cardiac kick and gets a win. Okay, good. I'm glad West don't gotta get a new finisher, because last time he was doing the cardiac kicks, he was kicking out at 2.89 or 99. I was like, well, damn, does he need a new finisher? So I'm glad he ain't gotta do that for himself. And last but not last, Izzy versus Ren Sinclair. North American ladder match qualifier. This is alright. Poor Ren. I know my man's Keith is not happy about how she be looking in matches. Is he? That 3 count is kind of crazy, because you came out a little too early. I'm glad the refs still counted, but Shawty, you messed yourself up. Almost messed yourself up with that one. I'm glad they counted it, but you rolled up a little too quickly. You was a little too giddy. Well, congratulations, Izzy. You made your first takeover. So I'll be happy too if I made my first takeover. And as well as staying to live at WrestleMania weekend, I'll be a little stoked too. So and you see your Brian, so hell yeah. But you gotta work on your timing. And Hanging Tank, take this advice from the Street Profits and let them motivate you to get ready for the gauntlet match next week for the tag team titles. Whoever wins them things, whoever wins that gauntlet, is going to be number one contender for Stand and Deliver. So, Street Profits had to rise to the occasion and smoke up Hanging Tank, get them steams rolling and get that truck flowing, a honking and yeah. So yeah. And last but not least, the main event spot was damn near black as fuck. You know what I'm saying? It was damn near black as fuck. 5 of the 6 people in this main event were brothers. I think they whoever the other guy was. We know Lennox, Sugars, and the guys, the three-way. The 3-way guys. That sound kind of crazy. 3-way. 3-way guys. It's kind of crazy. But the Trick over and Javon. Jot it down for your boys. But we have 5. Real shit. And Sugars, repping my state well. Repping PG County. That's my man. Okay. Deion Lance, we've seen him a few times, but he ain't never really get out team. He's just like, he's had his glasses on. And then once he took them off, that's when he'd be like, yeah, I'm a beast. But he wasn't really getting a lot of shots. So he said, you know what? Let me join his crew because they kick ass too. And the other 2, well, the one was the bigger one. I need to see a little more information about him. From what I seen, he seemed like an aggressiver. But Javon Trick over working fine, a little bit fine the first half of the match. Everything looked smooth until the back half. When Javon was getting beat, he finally had an opening to try to get himself in. Yo, Over really just he stepped on the Trick, copped him off the ring, and then stretched himself out so Javon get the hot tag. And then Trick, when he got back, he said, yo, what the fuck, bro? Why you snap my head? Like, you're in the way. What are you doing? And then they get to fighting, and they just sprawl out, and they not even worried about Javon. Javon gets back in, gets tapped at some point. And then the trio just banked the hell out of Javon. I was like, well done. And that frost splash with like an avalanche drop, that kind of confused me. But it kind of confused me because I was like, because I thought when he did the splash, he's going to fall into it. And then, I don't know. It would have been a lot. I don't know. They need to keep the one where they throw the boy up and then bam, 2 power bombing down. That should be the team finish. They don't need to be doing that top roll stuff unless you're doing just a splash. Well, it's still like a splash mixed with electric chair. It just kind of confusing. But they got the win, so at least that matters. And then they got more competition because the D'Angelo family wants them. They got 4, I think, in a 6-man tag in a street fight next week. So that sounds delicious. So we'll see how that one goes. And if it ain't a street fight, it's a regular 6-man tag. I don't know. Because it cut off like while Stacks was talking. I was like, fuck, yo. And I ain't feel like looking it up. And I just feel like I already know he's going to ask for a match. But it's going to be either a regular one or something with some stakes in it where they got to beat the piss out of each other. So that was my guess. So whatever. Side that's NXT. I'm getting my bias to AEW this week for this one because I was there. And then that makes you biased over there. We have a lot of playoff implications soon. I don't want to be too long on this, but playoff implications are near in the Eastern Conference. It is tight. Cavs got the East at the number 1 spot. Celtics got the 2 spots slowed up. Knicks had the 3 spot, but the Pacers are right behind them. The Pacers beat the Cavs last night, 114-112, in a very tight, thrilling game. The Cavs really rested their guys in the second half, so they let all the bench guys get the burn. You see Tristan a lot of burn. Pacers pull that one out by 2, and they pull within 1 game behind the Knicks because the Knicks and the Pistons went at it last night, and the Pistons beat the Knicks 115-106. Yeah, they pulled away because it's tied at 99, and then they ended the game like a 16-6 run, really, or 7 run to really finish them off and get the win. And they topped it off with the alley-oop from Cade to Duren, and that's how you end the game on that one, sirs. And then we had the Bucks, who are the 5th seed. They're trying to hold their 5th seed. They get 2 up on Detroit, but they play today and Sunday. There's no games on Saturday. Between those 2 days, Detroit can make it up and be the 5th seed, or they can stay where they had the 6th seed with one of these L's, whichever one happens. The play-in is set already in the East. We have the Magic that is 7th seed, the Hawks to the 8th seed. They can move down to 9 or 10 at worst, but see them 3. And then Bulls and Heat, same fashion. They're one game separated with each other. But there's always them 3 teams battling in that mix every single year. It's been like that. And of course, they're your bottom feeders. from your Torontos, your Brooklyns, your Philly was surprised. A lot of injuries and bad timing. And then Charlotte and DC, which is not rising. It's falling. So that's the Eastern Conference. Not a lot of drama. In the West, though, it's a lot of drama. OKC, they're cleared and I want to see cool Gucci bandana. Houston, the biggest surprise is the 2 seed. Like I say, Houston and Detroit, they're the two biggest surprises this season. From not being in the playoffs or kind of being in conversation to now, here we are, here in the top 6. Shout out to Houston. The Lakers had a 3 seed, but they're like, it's from the 3 to the 8 is 2 games differential. Lakers are a 3 seed, so they staying out front. Denver finally got themselves back on the winning track after firing Coach Malone, which surprised me too. I was like, wow, really? And it's mainly because they didn't see eye to eye. And Booth too. Booth and Malone couldn't see eye to eye on player rotation wise, trying to figure out, we need younger guys to step in and be part of rotation, not Westbrook. And I guess he it's obliged that or imply that there was preferential treatment for Mr. Westbrook because he is a former MVP and one of the greatest Wizards of all time. Mike Malone knows that. So that's why he gave a little preferential treatment to Russell Westbrook. But a lot of players were not liking that, especially after when he let my Wizards beat the Nuggets again in Denver. Yo, Russell's the GOAT, man. Russell one of the greatest Wizards of all time. You're top 10, man. He top 10. I don't care who you say. Fuck out of here. But he's still that. So the narrative is that there's a lot of drama in Denver, and they needed someone to clear it out. And Calvin and Mike fell on the sword, brother. Them brothers fell on the sword and had to eat their paychecks. So, but at least they got to win. The Nuggets did. They got to win. They got off the schneid against the Kings. So they got on that one. The Clippers, they're tied with the Nuggets at 48-32. They're right where I expected. And it's man is hard than holding the Porsche down. He held the Porsche down until Kawhi came back, and then him and Kawhi finished the job off. But Zubac, he need to be consideration most improved too. I know people gonna say K because the team and stuff. I'm like, stats ain't really increased. I mean, it increased a little bit. Don't get twisted. But he was still bad averaging. If he was at like 17, like I said, he's 17, 18, and then averaging 26, I will be with you on that. For most improved. But he was already averaging 20. It's like he was averaging 22 and then averaging 25. He was averaging 22. Or he was averaging like 19 or 20. Maxey, when he won, I was like, I guess. I guess he can take it. I guess, because he had an improvement. And then he became an all-star first time. So I was like, I kind of let it slide. But Cade, I'm like, he was already coming up. He needs some time, get some reps, But whatever they do with that award, do whatever the fuck they want award. They don't even know what that criteria is no more. So it's for underrated guys, but now it's for anybody who's had a slight improvement. But Golden State, they're 47-33 and they're tied with two other teams, Memphis and Minnesota. The Warriors just had a shocker the other day with Harrison Barnes, a former Warrior, and Mama Disciple hitting a game winner on their heads. Good job, Harrison. So they looked about to keep themselves in the 6th spot or get 5 to the 5. They can shy up to the 5 or the 4 or the 3. All three of them can do the same thing. Memphis and Minnesota went there last night, and Minnesota, holy cow, Memphis was up 6 of that. It was like 75-69. Minnesota started half on a 15-0 run and just ran away in the second half, winning 144 to 125. It was like, God, Lord, it was ugly. Ant dropped 44 on their heads, and he was destroying them. Ja did his thing a little bit. Jaren, he got in foul trouble a lot, so I think that had a lot to do with it. Especially, he had like 4 by the third quarter, so that's not good. And I so wish that it was the old days. Oh my God. I wish it was the old days. I know, Slim Charles. I know about the old days. They the old days. But damn, why we have to have a 9 and 10 seed this year? Because of all the teams that we had about complaining about the top 8 seeds not being lit. Now we had all 8 all lit. But we have to worry about this playing game for the Kings and the Mavericks. Really? Well, the Kings been in here like second, third time in a row. Ever since they've been to the playoffs at one time, they've only been back to that 6th spot. Or 3 spot, that's what I meant. And Dallas, oh boy. It's a miracle that they are still in the playing game. Given with all they have been through. Losing Luka. Well, him getting injured. And then trading while he was injured. Getting AD back. Not bad, but he's still injured. Kyrie going down. Axum going down. So many bodies. PJ at one point. Najee at one point. It's been a hot daggone mess. It really has. Gafford and Lively going down at one point at the same time. It was a lot. Yeah. Boy, they went through a lot this year. At least they're still in the play. That's the only positive that they can say for themselves. At least we still have a shot to get to the playoffs. So, players should be started, I think, Tuesday. Tuesday, Wednesday, one of them days. Because I know playoffs start on 4/20. I've seen it does. It starts on 4/20. It's April 20th. Well, shit. So, I'm not lying. It's same day. Wow. I think let's get to the last 5. Phoenix, they are the biggest point to me because thank you, Phoenix. Thank you. We got all of your future. And we split some to Golden State too. Thank you. We appreciate you. We appreciate you for taking on the Bill contract. We appreciate you 1,000%. We appreciate you. We do. Thank you. Thank you. I ain't think never gonna take that contract. Cause oh boy. Thank you. Thank you, Phoenix. And y'all have no future. Y'all have no future, bro. They ain't got no playing. They ain't got no picks. Only they got picks for the next decade. That means we got to do some scouting. We got a lot of scouting to do. Let's go. Thank you, Phoenix. Thank you. I should move to Arizona and get a summer home there because thank you. I should soon, but not now. Portland, they're the same record as Phoenix, which surprised me. If Portland finishes with a better record than Phoenix, I will laugh my tail feather off. That would be fucking hilarious, because I wouldn't expect that. I wouldn't have expected that. Real shit. But Portland, I think they can come on the rise. I think they need a big man. Ayton, he ain't cutting it for you. He keeps getting these little nicky injuries and shit. Klingon and Reeve were solid together. I think you get another big to compose with them because Rob Williams, him and Ayton both get injured at the same time, and he be in and out too. So, B, you gotta find a new avenue. So, get you some bigs, and you got Danny, you got Scoot, You got Anthony. You got Sharp. You got some solid talent. Grant. He might get moved. I know we keep saying that, but surprisingly, he was not in trade deadline rumors this time. But if he gets moved in the offseason, I won't be surprised. But Portland, they can make a step up into the next year if they make 2 moves. You get him a big that can help out the young guys, the young centers. And they need another forward presence, mainly for defensive purpose, and a shooter. A 3-and-D guy would work for them. A 3-and-D guy and a big could help them out and to get into the playing game. And get into the play-in. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they can make that next league. Let's see. San Antonio, they had a lot of injuries. I don't know if Chris come back next year and help orchestrate the young boys, Fox, Wemby, and Vasil with Keldon. They got a nice little. They got nuclear starter. You got your vet that's around my age. You got Wemby, of course. You got Keldon. You got Vasil. And you got a couple other guys on the bench. Champagne can come in with the shooting. You got some guys there that's solid. That can be a contributor and be a big part of rotation. So San Antonio could be on the rise next year. New Orleans was a hellacious year. We'll talk about them more, but so many injuries from Herb to Jonte, CJ a little point. Zion, of course, throughout the whole season to like back half of February and early February, mainly February, mainly. That's probably the time he was like kind of active, and late March, and most of March. But the last couple weeks they shut down. So and then Utah, who has the same record as the Wiz, but don't need Cooper Flag after that. He a wizard. He stay on the East Coast. You don't need to go out west. That's mountain time. You don't need to be out on mountain times. You know, he fits in the area because they all got same Caucasian skin. All right, let's go through these games. It's the last Friday of the season. Let's go through it. We need to see if we get some controversy in the conferences. Hawks and Sixers in Philly. Hawks just came off a bad. They beat the Nets last night in a blowout wide, 133-109. Thanks to Zachary Rissacher, who dropped 38 points. Ice Tray, you know how you do. He gets a double-double regardless, or 9 assists, damn near. Oh, 24-12. Close enough. That was close enough. Sorry, Ice. Bye-bye. But regardless, I'm going to Hawks. Bye-bye, Sixers. Magic and Pacers. Pacers try to get to 50 wins, but the Magic try to get over 500. Something's got to give. I'm going to Pacers. They don't give it up. Pistons and Bucks and Detroit basketball. They're going to do a roll back and forth between them two. I might go with Detroit for this one to make Sunday intriguing. I'm going with Detroit basketball. Cavs and Knicks in the Garden. I think Cavs will rest the stars. And Knicks, I don't think Brunson's going to play. Josh may or may not play. But I know Cat and Bridges are going to play. I'm going to go with, to be safe, I'm going to go with the Cavs. I'm going to be safe to go to Cavs. Hornets and Celtics and Bostonian. Boston trying to get to 60 wins, while the Hornets trying to get to 20 wins. What a difference. I'm going to go with Boston. I would not be surprised they rested starters, but I'm going to go with Boston. 8 o'clock on the nose. DC and Bulls. And Chicago. I might go with the Bulls. Go with them. Forget it. Heat and Pelicans and New Orleans. I'm going to Heat. Mavericks and Raptors and Dallas. Yeah, that's a weird late season matchup. Ew. I'm going to go to Mavericks. Interesting. Grizzlies and Nuggets. This is very implications for playoff seeding. I'm going to go to Nuggets. They ain't good. Nets and Timberwolves and Minnesota. I'm going to Timberwolves. T-Wolves. Thunder and Matt and Jazz in Utah. Even though they're going to rest their stars. I'm going to go with OKC. Kings and Clippers in Sacramento. I'm going with the Clippers. And last but not least, Warriors and Blazers in Portlandia. Oh, last two. I'm going to go with the Warriors. And then Suns and Spurs in Phoenix. Phoenix on an 8-game losing streak. And they have no KD still. And the Spurs, they're just injured. Something's got to give. I'm going to Spurs. After I've seen them win lately. Spurs. And Lakers and Rockets in LA. Oh, man. I might go with the Rockets. Lakers trying to get to 50 wins. I might go to the Rockets. Let's see what they do. No, I'm going to go to the Lakers because I think the Rockets can rest a couple of their starters because especially I think Sengun and Fred, they want to keep them fresh for the playoffs because they came a little nicked up in the playoffs. So can't have them nicked up going into the playoffs. So yeah, we'll see how that goes out. I was talking about baseball this last section. I'm out of here because our game has been postponed because it's going to rain. It's going to rain all weekend, so we might as well postpone. Yep, they rescheduled for July 29th. Oh, so yeah. Yeah, you might as well say the whole weekend is rained out because it's going to rain all weekend, and it's been an indicative of what's been happening to the Oilers. Our pitching staff is crying. We have no... I shit you not, yo. We get a pitcher and they just get injured. We got Alfin and now he's injured. I'm like, yo, what is happening in our freaking farm system where every pitcher we get, they're freaking getting injured? What is happening? What the heck? First we have the starters, but we don't have our closer because he's hurt. Then we get our closer back, and now all our rotation is hurt. I'm like, yo, it's crazy. That is crazy work. Nice, wow. Like, yo, what is happening? Like, dead ass. Like, bro, this is just... I'm not panicking, but I'm just like, like, what is happening with our freaking... what's happening to our rotation that we keep getting injured? All them shits? All that guys? Oh, man. Yeah, you might as well postpone this weekend because it's going to rain all weekend. We're last. New York 7-5, 8-6 Toronto's. Bostonians 7 at 500. Tampa Bay half game above us, 5-7. We're 5-8. The Central Detroit leading to the East, leading to Central. Like I said, Kansas City 7-6, Cleveland 6-6, Minnesota 4-9, and White Sox 2-10. Texas leading the West so far. Angels right behind them 8-4. Houston 5-7. A's and Mariners at 5-8 each. In the NL, East is lit 8-4. Both the Mets and the Phillies. Miami 6-6. Washington 5-7. And Atlanta 3-9. Yeah, they had a horrible start because they still missing Strider and they still don't got Acuna, so they're missing too. The Cubs 9-6. That Cubs game down, it helps you out. Good shit. Brewers 7-6. St. Louis 5-7. Reds 5-8, and so are the Pirates. San Diego 10-3. The West is deep. 10-3 San Diego. 9-3 is the Giants, and then Dodgers 10-4. Arizona 7-6, and Colorado. Well, you're 3-9, so. So it's early. I don't know what you're gonna do, but postpone. We already know that was gonna go down. We got guys coming up in hours, so let's get these eyes so we can get out of here. Guardians and Royals in Kansas City. I mean, in Cleveland, my fault. Tanner Bibby's on the mound. He was last year 12-8 with 3.47. He's got 1 win this year and 1 win. 1-1 so far. He lost his last start. He got roughed up badly. 4 innings, 8 hits, 7 earned. Ugh, he got roughed up. And on the other side for the Royals is Chris Bubic. He's 2-0 this season. No earned runs and 12 2/3, 16 strikeouts with a .79 whip. Nice. He was dominant, both stars, and Milwaukee, and at home versus my Orioles. Of course. And he had 8 strikeouts in both of them things. So he's on a roll. I'm going to go to the Royals because of that. Next, we have Pirates and Reds. Brady Singer. He's perfect to win the new spot, too. 2-0 with 2.25, 12 innings, 15 strikeouts. Both got wins in both starts. Last one, he went 5 innings, 9 hits, 3 earned, 7 strikeouts and a walk. So he looked impressive. On the other side for the Pirates is Bailey Falter. He's 0 for 1. He's 8-10. ERA 10 innings, 9 strikeouts. He got his ass out. He got roughed up versus the Yankees. Went 4 innings, 7 earned, 7 hits, struck out 5. I'm going to go with the Reds. Braves and Rays in Tampa. Where they play at now? George M. Steinbrenner Field, Tampa, U.S. Oh! You telling me Tampa got to be in a place where the Yankees play? Oy vey. Oy vey. I know they're in their feelings about that. Taj Bradley's on the mound. He's got 1 win this year. He didn't win his last start against Texas. He won his first one against the Rockies. He didn't do too bad the last one. He gave 4 earned runs on 4 walks, but only had 2 hits. At least he ain't getting no decision, though, so that helps. And Bryce Elder had his first start last time against the Dodgers. He only went 4 innings, so we ain't getting much for juice. Let's see if he get a little more juice in this one. I don't think this one has a dome, so I'm going to go with the Braves. I'm going to go with them. Giants and Yankees in New York City. Marcus Stroman's on the mound. He's had 2 starts, but he hasn't got past the 5th inning. He's had 87 wins. Who the heck calls him HDMH? I don't even know what the heck that even means, bro. Get out of here. And Robbie Ray is on the mound. Fuck calls him Bob. Nobody calls him Bob. Get out of here. We call him the Rob Man. But he's 2-0 with his 3.18 ERA, 11 innings. Oh, he was walking hella ass. He had 5 walks last time, so he got his control. He only got 1 earned run, which helps. But he got more walks than hits. Then that's not good. So let's get your control down. We Gucci bandana. I'm gonna go with the Giants because of that. Let's see if they get to 10 wins. Edward Cabrera. Oh, shoot. So let's go. Next team. Nats and Marlins in Miami. Edward Cabrera for the Marlins is making his season debut. He was 4.8 last year, 4.95, 96 innings, 107 strikeouts. Let's see if he can improve those numbers from last year. On the other side, hey, he got a mustache. Mitchell Parker got some facial hair. He's perfect on the year with this mustache. 2-0 with .73 ERA, 12 innings, and 7 strikeouts. Okay. He won his first 2 starts both against Philly and Arizona. Impressive. Going at least 6 innings, but the last one, he went 6 innings, 2 hits, 4 walks, 1 earned, and 2 strikeouts. So at least you gotta get your walks down, but you good so far. You're doing good. Oh, shoot. All right, I'm going to go with DC in that one. Let's go Nats. Yay. Next, we have Red Sox and White. We got about the Sox, the Reds versus the Whites in Chicago, too. Davis Martin is on the mound. He's 0-1 at 5.73. He didn't have a good start last time. He got roughed up in Detroit. Gave 9 hits and 7 earned. 5 innings. His first start was not bad. He actually did pretty solid his first start. He went 6, 4 hits, no earned. 2 walks, 2 Ks against LA. Pretty solid, but then he went against Detroit and put you down that path. And the other side for the Red Sox is Sean Newcomb. When the heck did he get there? He's from Brockton, Massachusetts. So he's from the home state. Makes sense. He lost his first outing against us in Baltimore, but he got no decision in St. Louis. He hasn't gone past the 5th inning. He only got one earned, but he has 6 hits and 5 strikeouts. But we'll see how he does. I'm going to Red Sox. Fine. Angels and Astros in Houston. Ronel Blanco is on the mound. He's 0-1 this season. He didn't last long against Minnesota. He only went 1 2/3. Good thing his boys came through and didn't give him a no decision. And on the other side for the Angels is Jack Kokonowski. He's 1-0 so far in 2 starts, 11 innings, 8 strikeouts, and 3.27 ERA. He had his last game against Cleveland. He won 5 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts. Solid numbers. He did enough to keep his boys in the game, and they can or hold their opponents down to get him the win. I'm gonna go to Astros, just be safe. Minnesota taking on the Tigers in the Central matchup. 1st and 4th going at it. David Festa, he getting the start tonight. He making his season debut. He's 2-6, 4.90 ERA. Let's see how he does this time. And on that side is Reese Olson for Detroit baseball. He's 1-1 the season. He won his last start against the White Sox. Went 6 innings, gave 7 hits, 2 earned, 5 strikeouts, and 3 walks. Not bad. Good numbers. Way to bounce back from their first start. I'm going to go with Detroit baseball for the win. Go with them. Next, we have the Cardinals and Phillies in St. Louis, where they gonna play, sing all day. The Cardinals got Andre Palante, and he's 1-0 with 3.86 ERA. Hey, that was kind of horrible, but not bad. Could have been worse. I tried to do it, but yeah. He didn't go long against Bostonian. He got 4 1/3, but had 6 strikeouts and 3 walks, so that's why he went out quicker. And the other side for the Phillies is Aaron Nola. We know him, but he's a little struggling so far. 0 for 2 with a 6.35 ERA. He's been roughed up in the first couple starts. DC gave it to him worse, though. Gave him a worse pounding. Pause. 5 earned runs in that one on 6 hits, but 8 strikeouts. So very weird lineup. And the Dodgers, did a lot better with giving up less runs, but gave him more hits. So he's got the Cardinals to deal with. I'm gonna go to the Phillies in this one. I'm gonna go with y'all. Rockies and Padres, both teams in opposite ends of the division early. Nick Pivetta is on the mound for the Padres. He's 1-1. He won his first start against Atlanta, going 7 strong. Only got 1 hit on 4 strikeouts. It was electric. While against Chicago, he can't get a 3rd inning. He gave 3 innings, 6 hits, 3 earned, 3 walks, 4 strikeouts. They must have been picking at him early. Hey, listen. That's what I thought it was. And on the side for the Rockies is Herman Marquez. He's solid. 0-1 with a 2.45, 11 innings, 7 strikeouts. He lost his last start against the A's, but he didn't do terrible. Well, never mind. 5 innings, 5 hits, 3 earned, 6 walks, and 3 strikeouts. Ugh. You had none the first game. What happened? It happens. But I'm going to go to Padres. Get them out of the way. Rangers and Mariners in Seattle. Bryce Miller, 0 for 2 on the year. 5.73, 11, and 8 strikeouts. Lost his first 2 starts against the Bay Area teams. Well, the A's are in the... Well, they're in Sacramento. It's very confusing. They both were in the Bay. San Fran's still there. Oakland, the A's aren't there no more. They're making renovations. But he went 5. He didn't got the 6th in either of those starts. He didn't do horrible. He just got roughed up a little bit. 4 and 3 earned runs in both outings. 4 against San Fran, 3 against the A's. So, and as for the Rangers, Jacob DeGrom. I forgot he was in there. No one nicknamed Jake. Who nicknames him Jake? Get out of here. That's his real government name, stupid. But he been solid. He just ain't got past the 6th inning. 5 2/3 last time. 8 hits, 4 earned. And against Boston, he was 5 innings, but he got no earned runs. What the? So backwards. They probably went after he. Fucking stupid. I'm going with the Rangers. Let them get the double digits first. Next, we got the Diamondbacks and the Brewers. The Diamondbacks are a smart team. They already got their pitcher already, and they still got plenty of time. Eduardo Rodriguez should be an Oriole jersey. But he's over 1, 6-10. ERA, 17 strikeouts in 10 innings. Damn, DC, he did a lot weird shit. He took the L, but went 5 innings, 5 hits, 4 earned, 1 walk, 12 strikeouts. So that helps a lot. That helps your strike percentage out. And the Brew Crew still don't have no idea who they want to pitch. It's 5 o'clock, fellas. Y'all lucky y'all play on the West Coast. I'm going to go to the Diamondbacks regardless. Get out of the way. A's and Mets and Sacramento? I think Sacramento. But they're 1 with J.P. Spears. He's 1-1 at 3.46, 13-9 strikeouts. He lost first start against Seattle, but got a win back against Colorado in Colorado. 6 1/3, 6 hits, 3 earned, 2-2. Not bad. Solid. And on the other side for the Mets is Griffin Canning. Is over 1, 2.79 ERA, 9 innings, 10 strikeouts. He didn't get out of the 5th inning the last start against Toronto, but he didn't do damage. He didn't get enough timing. I'm gonna go to the Mets. And last but not least, the Cubs look to get their payback on the Dodgers this time in their hometown and not in Japan. Yoshinobu Yamamoto is on the mound for the Dodgers. He's 1-1 at 1.69, 16 19 innings. Bison. Oh, he don't got no middle name? Really? Well, he won his first start against the Cubs. The last time he was on the mound against the Phillies, took it out. He did pretty okay. He went 6 strong, 3 hits, 3 walks, 5 strikeouts. But he got no earned runs. I guess no run support. And the other side for the Cubs is Matthew Boyd. 2 games, 1-0 with a nothing, or he's clean. Okay, he got his one last start against San Diego. Went 6 strong, 5 hits, 5 strikeouts, and a walk. Solid work. I'm going to Dodgers for shits and giggles. Well, I hope my Orioles can turn this ship around and get themselves back into the mix. Until then, be well, stay safe, and survive in advance. Please, for real. Real shit, man. It's getting spooky out of this world.